first symptom, and the only one I ever really had, was on a Eurostar train going on a skiing holiday. And it was one huge hot face, red, known as a flush, I guess. And it lasted for the whole of the skiing holiday, but didn't really bother me too much because I was in the cold, and it was a strange experience. And then it went, and unfortunately it had gone by the time I got home. And I didn't take any photos, which was perhaps not a good thing, but I didn't think much of it really, because I was eating well and having a good skiing holiday. But I did go to the doctor as soon as I got home, and that's when they tried to diagnose it. And he did the usual tests that they do at doctors, the usual urine test, the usual blood test, and that came to absolutely nothing. And I kept going back there once or twice just to see him, and nothing, no symptoms at all. So he decided it was a rash, and that rashes and allergies, he thought perhaps it was an allergy, just are a minefield to try and understand. So he just said to me, which I thought was fair enough at the time, if anywhere you think you're going to get another flush or anything else that that's bothering you, like an allergy, come back. Of course, I didn't go back, did I? Because I didn't have any more indication. So that was it was about a year afterwards that I did go back to the doctor. It wasn't the same doctor, and I went back because I was shattered, tired, still teaching, had grandchildren, did lots with them, and my head was itching this time, and I was just tired, and I had started to have diarrhea, not in a big way, but one that was making me lose a bit of weight and was depleting me a little bit. So one of the classroom assistants persuaded me to go, and that's when I went at the end of the summer term, and I actually retired at the same time, not because of the but because it was time for me to retire. And the doctor that I went to couldn't explain any of the itching, and she latched onto the bad tummy, which was good really, and she was a young doctor, and she said, "You must go for this colonoscopy," for which I was shocked, that anybody was suggesting such a word to me. And she said, "You must go." She said, "You're of an age where maybe everybody should go. It's a good idea." And that's exactly what I did as soon as the end of term came. And I went for a colonoscopy at one of the local hospitals. And the result of that was that they discovered I had a tumour in my big bowel, and that it had metastasised to my liver, all without me knowing. And that was it. That was the start of it. So the diagnosis was neuroendocrine tumours in the bowel, which had metastasised into the right section of the liver. It was decided that as I was quite fit and active and didn't generally seem to suffer from that many symptoms, that they would operate as soon as they could. And that's what happened. I had a double operation on my bowel and my liver, which was very successful, so I was told, and left just a little tumour, I think, in one of the parts of the liver. And I came away very happy after that operation.